What's going on, y'all? My name is John Alexander, director and cinematographer, and today we're gonna break down a commercial I shot for my homie's brand, Blessed AF. Shout out to Ronnie Jordan. Let's jump right into it. So we'll start off with the premise of the commercial, which is appreciating and taking full advantage of your blessings. You woke up, you got another opportunity to seize the day. So the script starts off with every day that you open your eyes, every breath that you take is a blessing. So I wanted to keep it simple, open it up with the talent waking up and starting their day. Shout out my boy Steve for jumping in and opening this shot up for me. So we get a shot of him waking up. We get a gradual time change from night to day. And I really wanted to do this shot without making any cuts, without making any camera movements, everything in camera. So let's break down how we captured this gradual time change right here. First of all, we lit the scene with an Aperture Amaran 100D, and we shot with a Blackmagic cinema camera 6K full frame. So what I did was open up the Bluetooth app on my phone. Anybody that shoots Blackmagic knows, I'm sure you know about this Bluetooth app. You can control your camera from your phone via Bluetooth. Is very clutch. You can't monitor what you're seeing, but you can control pretty much everything on the camera. Really clutch. So open that up, connected it to my camera, and basically what I did was yell action, waited a few beats, and gradually changed the white balance so we can go from this cool image right here to a warmer image, signifying going from night to day. And to better emphasize that, I use sound design, which I will be referencing throughout, this whole commercial. Sound design, very important. It takes your production to the next level. So what I did was started off with, some crickets at first, signifying nighttime. Then we gradually go into some birds chirping. He wakes up. Boom. Another thing I want to point out on this shot, we're starting off in a mirror. This is big for this scene right here. We got this is actually his reflection. We're shooting into the mirror. You see this white frame right here. That's a mirror frame, and then this is a wall. So I really wanted to dive into this theme of mirrors to open it up, because you are a reflection of yourself. I feel like the biggest way you can take advantage of your blessings is to love yourself. Love your image, love the way you look, love everything about yourself. So I really wanted to kind of like play with that theme. We got this first shot shooting into the mirror. He wakes up, sits up, stretches, about to start his day. We're going to every breath that you take is a blessing, and we have some more sound design of an inhale. We cut to this close up, exhale. Just really wanted to like bring you into his world when he's exhaling right there. And he gets up out of bed, leaves the frame. As you can see right here, there's another mirror that's on the dresser. We'll be going to this mirror next. So next shot is that mirror that's on the dresser, and he's kind of like, getting ready for his day, fixing his clothes, everything like that, checking himself out. And what I wanted to do here was film directly into this mirror to get this reflection, and also get the frames of the mirror on the side. So we kind of get like a frame within a frame kind of thing. When you have a very simple setup, frames within frames can easily add, a little more pop, a little more pizzazz to your shot right there. And then also in the back, you see the mirror that we originally shot into, which I kind of moved just to place into this frame. So we shot this at 36 frames per second, just so I can slow it down a little bit while he's checking himself out. So we're going to this next shot right here. Now this shot is pretty stylized. It's not my usual style of filmmaking, but it's a commercial. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to, just see what I can do. So in the background, we have a shot where I'm doing a voiceover, I'm doing a narration, which you'll see this full shot later in the breakdown. And here we have some quick shots from an iPhone. So our talent here, Ryan, she was shooting, some iPhone footage, vertical iPhone footage for reels and stuff like that. And it turned out pretty good, so I wanted to use it for the edit. So what I did was kind of crop it and did another frame within a frame kind of thing, 4:3 aspect ratio, which is the aspect ratio the commercial was delivered in. And I didn't want to try to match the look of the iPhone to the Blackmagic footage. So what I did was just kind of like, when I graded it, put some film grain over it, some dust, some scratches and stuff like that, just kind of stylize it. And right here, we're just flipping through a bunch of different shots on the iPhone. And it's also accentuated by the camera shutters and the sound design, just to add a little more pizzazz to it. And then we have the text right here, what you're going to do with your blessings, which comes straight from the script. And I wanted to put that front and center on the screen just to emphasize that moment, because it comes right after, you know, waking up and really appreciating your blessings, appreciating that you got another day, and asking that question, what you gonna do with this day? And try to get the audience to think, you know, what am I gonna do with the rest of my day after they watch this commercial? So here, this next sequence of events kind of goes back into my usual style, where each shot basically coincides with the script. So we go from what are you gonna do with your blessings to health. Boom, we got a shot in the gym, shout out my boy Avery. And we got this shot of him running towards the camera, and I wanted to do a match cut right here. So he's running towards the camera, we cut to this family shot where family and community from the script comes into play, and we have Talent running to her parents and her younger brother. They're having family time, you know, breakfast or whatever at the kitchen table. And I really wanted to bring movement into this. I love that style of filmmaking. I feel like it just really brings the audience into it. So they come up, have their family time, then we cut to in the script where it says opportunity. So here, Talent, Carmen, shout out to Carmen for being a part of this. She's filming something for herself, and she gets a call where she's notified that she got a part for something she auditioned for. And here, alongside with the sound design, I really wanted to bring some dialogue into it. So we're going from the voiceover to actual dialogue. So here she answers the phone call. We hear her say, oh, I got the part, then immediately go back into the voiceover. Opportunity, boom. We just weaving in and out here. Next shot, roof over your head. This shot right here is actually stock footage. During our shoot day, there was a lot going on, so I couldn't really get a shot of a house like I wanted to. So I just pulled this stock footage from a website, and that's something that you all can utilize as well. You don't always have to shoot everything, especially if your schedule doesn't permit. So don't be afraid to use some stock footage. So I found this shot of a house. I really love how, you know, part of the house is cut off. We really see the roof and everything like that, and we see the time lapse of the clouds behind it. And I just put a slow zoom just to, you know, make it, you know, pop a little bit more. Then we go to this shot of the food hall with Ryan, and this is the line, food on your table, how you gonna seize the day? So we just went into this food hall, I think it was Krog Street Market. I ordered some food, waited for it to be ready, and once it was ready, I talked to the business owner and told him, you know, we're gonna shoot this shot real quick, just say the number, she'll come pick it up. So that's what we did. He said the food was ready, she came and picked it up. We get her saying thank you, so that's kind of like dipping into the dialogue and back into the voiceover kind of thing again. And she gets a good laugh. This is actually a really organic moment right here. That was, you know, real laugh, everything like that, because the guy was pretty charming that was working. And we get a shot of the Blessed AF hat right here, clean shot right there. Then we go into this shot I was talking about earlier of me doing a voiceover. And then this is me saying you are blessed. I found these stairs not too far from the food hall. That was a perfect place to shoot. We get a lot of leading lines from the rails, the stairs, a lot of horizontal lines from these steps right here, a lot of vertical lines in the back right here, more horizontal lines with the different levels, just a lot of leading lines, a dope wide shot. The colors all coincide with the green in the trees, the burgundy, maroon right here, and the brown in the stairs and everything like that. So I really like this shot right here. Simple, clean, wide shot. And this shot also, obviously this is a public space, and we were there probably like, you know, 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So there were a lot of people around, and obviously there are people walking up and down these stairs right here. So before I started doing the voiceover, I had my boy Steve film a clean slate of this shot before anybody was walking up and down the stairs and everything like that. Got maybe 30, 45 seconds worth of that. Me just sitting here and, you know, just getting this clean slate, so that when I actually got into doing the voiceover and filming, if there were people walking up and down the stairs, which there were a lot of people walking up and down the stairs, I will be able to mask that out basically and have that clean plate. And I'll show you how I did that. This is an earlier edit. This isn't the final color, so that's why it looks a little different. This is how I did the mask right here. As you can see, this marker says add a plate over this, because as you see, the take that I wanted to use, someone was walking down. So if I, you know, hide that plate right there, you can see as I'm delivering my lines, somebody is walking down right there. And I use that plate to basically cover them up. So I went in here and did another power window to mask it out. This one right here is the plate, and this clip right here is the actual take. So I mask myself out. If I hit Shift H, you can see the mask. You can see this is the actual plate, and right up under it, there I am. If you want to mask something out, you got to make sure you add an alpha node just to make sure it gets cut out. So next we get back into this shot with Carmen in the studio. This is actually part of that shot from earlier in the commercial when she got the call. This is right before that. So I brought this shot back just to have something to fill in the edit. And you know, I didn't use the shot, so I wanted to bring it back in, and that's something, you know, you can keep in mind. If you don't use part of a shot, you can bring it back later in the edit. So we have her doing her thing, then we go back to the shot with the family. I just got some B-roll of them playing right here, get a shot of the Blessed AF hat, clean shot. Then we go to another shot, bringing back that frame within a frame and mirror thing right here. So we had a talent checking themselves out in the mirror again. Then we cut to a shot of them looking at the camera. It's actually my little brother, shout out my boy. And we got the maroon Blessed AF hat. If I could go back, I would definitely have this more prominent, but you know, just run a gun shoot, trying to get things before time ran out, basically. Then we get back into the effect editing that I had earlier. These are all iPhone shots again. So I wanted to bring it in, you know, a different way than I did before. So we got the 3 shots coming in through the film grain, dust, scratches, and everything like that on there. And from here, just wanted to do something crazy. So I just had them kind of like shuffling through just to, you know, keep it fresh. So I had them shuffling through. Then we go to a shot like before, another frame within a frame, another, you know, iPhone clip right here. Ryan with a clear shot of the Blessed AF hat right here. And she walks out of frame. As she walks out of frame, that disappears, and you go to a shot of me with the Blessed AF hat. That same location, just a different lens. We swapped the 28 for a 70 to 210 and zoomed in just to get that close-up shot. This is actually a blooper. I forgot what we were talking about or what was said, but this is an actual genuine lab. But I thought that clip was cool, so I just threw it in there. Go back to more stylized iPhone shots. This is actually right outside of Cam Kirk Studios, where we filmed the studio shot with Carmen. If you've been there, you know where this is. And this is actually Ryan's idea here. She told me to film her just doing stuff with the railing and stuff like that. This is all one shot, but I took 2 parts of the shot and just kind of stitched them together. Then bring in more iPhone footage and just playing around with the edit, man. Just placing stuff here and there and seeing what looks good and what I like. So no real rhyme or reason with this editing right here, but just getting some good shots of the hat, some dynamic shots, and boom. Now we go back to Carmen on this brick wall. We get the maroon Blessed AF hat. She does kind of like, you know, a little modeling pose. This is also 36 frames per second, slowed down to 24. And we go back to that shot in the hallway, another frame within a frame over the brick wall. And just to switch it up a little bit, you can see I did a slow zoom in on the brick wall right here as Ryan walks out. And to cap it all off, that close-up shot of me again where I'm getting up and walking out of frame. And this is actually the end of the voiceover right here. And I was just getting up to, you know, stop recording on the camera. But I thought it looked cool, so I threw it in there. Boom, getting up, another clean shot of the Blessed AF hat, walk out, get the text, Blessed AF, then we go back to Carmen, walking out of the shot, 36 frames, slowed down to 24, we get the website, and boom. And to go back and kind of talk about the script a little bit, towards the end of the script, I wanted to talk about, you know, the word blessed. So I looked up, you know, what does blessed mean, and, you know, just trying to figure out different ways I can incorporate that word. So, you know, divinely favored, fortunate to have, fortunate to do, fortunate to experience. And then from there, I wanted to play around with the acronyms of AF, which is something Ronnie actually does at the end of his set when he's plugging his merch. So boom, from there we had, you know, blessed and fearless, fabulous, free, fierce, flourishing, focused. So I was looking for a bunch of words, a bunch of F words basically where I can plug it in, and those were the ones that I landed on. And we close it out with "you are blessed as," and I cut it out before, you know, I curse, obviously, because most people think that's what it means, but you know, you can really put your own meaning to it. That's the commercial. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I will be doing more of these of my work, so stay tuned.